As is our custom, we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I ask Mr. Crenshaw to lead us, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from the November 21st Planning Board meeting.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion to approve by Ms. Holmes, second by Mr. Crenshaw. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next on our agenda is subdivisions. I'll remind everyone that the vast majority of land in Johnston County is zoned agricultural residential, which means you can farm it or build houses on it. We are the final approval body for subdivisions, so if you're going to speak relative to a subdivision, I ask that you please stand and raise your right hand and be sworn in. If you're for or against, if you got questions, if you're going to speak relative to a subdivision, please stand. Do you affirm that the information you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and this is your solemn affirmation? Thank you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll take action on it here in a little bit, but I will make an announcement for rezoning case 23-25. We are going to, I expect we're going to vote to push that to our January meeting. So if you're here for case 23-25, you're welcome to stay and enjoy the remainder of this meeting, but that will not be heard tonight. You want to take action on that now or wait till the subdivision? All right. All right, we'll wait till rezoning to actually take action on that. All right, first on our subdivisions, Mr. Moore.
Yes, this is Bennett Cherry Farm Place, Lot 10. Owner and developer Norwood Mark Holland and Bennett Cherry Farm Place. Surveyors Hall Land Surveying. It's in the 7300 block of Hickory Crossroads Road in the Boone Hill Township, served by the Boone Hill Fire District and Princeton Rescue. It's 34.15 acres, one lot, proposed Johnston County Public Water, individual septic. Traffic count is 900 vehicles per day. This portion of Hickory Crossroads Road does not appear on the comprehensive transportation plan as needing improvement. In regards to direct driveway access on Hickory Crossroads Road, major subdivisions to be located on a local road shall be designed that there shall be no more than one direct residential driveway per 500 feet along the same side of the road unless it can be demonstrated that the proposed subdivision cannot be physically designed, no reasonable alternative exists, or it would create an unreasonable hardship without a corresponding public benefit to prohibit individual driveway access onto the local road. Also from the Johnston County Land Design Manual, 4 lots creating 4 or more lots, or developments creating 4 or more lots where no easement exists and where the parent tract have direct road frontage, an easement shall not be allowed. The development must dedicate a right-of-way meeting the requirements of this section. A waiver may be allowed if the planning board, by the planning board, if it's determined that in pursuit of this section a hardship is created upon the property that provides no benefit to the safety, welfare, and quality of life to the public. You will see in your maps section that I placed at your desk what was previously approved in March of this year. I think it was 6 other lots.
On the map that we on the ones we previously approved, was there a shared driveway access on those? I can't remember if
there was for several of them, and it was also stated in the staff report at that time that there would be no additional driveways for any future lots.
Okay.
However, that was not passed on in these TRC notes. So.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions of staff? Who'd like to be heard on behalf of Bennett Cherry Farm Place?
Merle Hall, Hall Land Surveying, 1899 Stevens Chapel Road, Smithfield, North Carolina. Do you guys have an aerial that we could turn on right quick? This is part of, or it's a piece of property between the lots that were previously approved as a major subdivision. When the property owner came to me about splitting this one lot out, by my math, it would have been considered a minor subdivision, but apparently my math was wrong, and that's why we're here tonight. This lot's a little unusual. It has no septic soils on it. It's just a lot out there that's been cleared over the course of time and maintained. And all environmental health has said the only way to get a system on here maybe is to hire somebody that's an expert at these extremely intricate, expensive systems, which would probably cost way more than you'd want to do if it could be done. Somebody local in this neighborhood has contacted the property owner about buying this lot to possibly fence it in, put some livestock on it, maybe build a barn or shed or something like that. This is not considered a building lot. It's just a lot that's out there, road frontage. What is where the wood start at the back of the slot going back, all that is being held or taken into consideration for wetlands set aside. It's all wet and bad soils back. There's no development that can be done with it. We have a situation where somebody wants to buy a remaining road front lot that a house can't be built on it, from what environmental health says. Yes, we do have driveways on each side of us. You can drive onto this lot per se as it is now, even though there's no official driveway to it. And that's what we're looking for, is the owner wants to sell this lot to somebody in the neighborhood that wants to use it for some sort of livestock or barn purpose, that kind of thing. It cannot have a house on it at this time. It's just a lot that holds the world together. And it just happens to be clear, and the gentleman that's asked about it can use it for some sort of farming, agricultural, livestock purposes, and that's it. That's what we're looking for. And when if we get this approved, we can take care of the driveway situation. When this is recorded, it will state on the map that it has not been approved by environmental health as a residential building lot.
So are you okay with a condition stating that in our approval, if we choose to approve, and a condition stating that no direct driveway access will be allowed to Hickory Crossroads Road?
Well, we can't, I can't do that because that's the only access to this road, cleared access. The remaining property back there in the woods is all wet, nasty soils, and it's just.
So it's not going to an adjacent lot owner that
No.
would be combined with it? Okay.
No, it's just somebody wants to buy it because they know the history of the lot as far as being not good for anything but possibly some livestock.
I got you. Has it got a driveway on it?
Not an official driveway with a pipe or anything, but the way the ditch, sideline ditches out there, you can drive off of the road and onto the lot without any problem.
So basically, but the first condition about this is not a residential, approved for residential use or not, you okay with that, something to that effect?
Yeah, that would be no problem at all.
Okay.
I would think you'd have to have that stipulation, because if it's approved as a lot and someone wants to spend the however much it
Right.
costs to make it where environmental would
Right.
allow it, then somebody could put a house on it.
Right. Oh, yeah. And like I said, that's why I said we would put a statement on the map that says it is not approved as a residential building lot at this time.
Okay.
Just everybody's clear on it. It is not a building lot.
Are the property owners adjacent to this lot aware that someone wants to put livestock on this?
I think the lady to the south, I think has communication with the property owner now about what's going on out there, and I believe, I can't remember if the person to the north has or not, and I don't know that they're going to put livestock on there. Well, horses, livestock, it may be one horse. I'll be honest with you, this is what the owner told me that they were planning to do with it, and so I'm at his leisure, and he happens not to be here tonight. He had to go out of town and was not able to get back in time. But I know the lady to the south has had conversations with him according to what the property owner told me.
Any other questions of the gentleman? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to be heard as it relates to Bennett Sherry Farm Place Lot 10? All right, bring it back to staff.
Staff recommendation was denial due to the direct driveway access onto Hickory Crossroads Road and less than 500 feet of driveway separation.
Question for the attorney. I'm assuming it is within our purview to put a condition that no residential use would be allowed, even though it's zone agricultural residential?
Yeah, that's my concern.
And it's being brought before us for a subdivision.
Yeah.
So you can place reasonable conditions upon the property. I guess the concern would be, you need to find hardship, number one,
Okay.
because I think that's the standard in which you would have to grant any type of waiver from the ordinance. And then, I mean, residential building is a permitted use as of right. Whether or not that condition would be enforceable.
And like, how long does that go to? Like, would this ruling make it forever, or would you set a term, or would that be amended? I mean, there's just a lot of questions.
Yeah, if I could, so I think what was stated is that it is, that he's requesting that it, where they would be willing to place a statement on there saying it has not been approved as a buildable or residential building lot in accordance with Johnston County Environmental Health Standards or the state environmental health standards. That would not preclude it from being improved and permitted in the land use or an allowed land use of residential, a single-family residential dwelling constructed on the lot in the future, provided they went through that process and got a set, an on-site wastewater system approved. Whatever means that occurs is up to the property owner.
That was my
at the time.
point earlier.
Yeah.
If they're willing to spend the money, they could still put a house on.
Right.
That's correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. And then, I mean, my concern too is they're subdividing the lot out. So then the rest of that 30-something acres is now going to be locked, and I don't see where there's like an easement to access that.
It looks like it does have road
They-
frontage down to
they
the
got
south,
frontage
there where
south
the
of-
trees,
Okay.
where you see those evergreens and the mix of evergreens and deciduous there.
Okay.
So it still does have road frontage,
Okay.
both on Hickory's Crossroads Road
Okay.
and the intersecting road down
Okay.
to the south as well. So that is not a concern
Okay.
for us, I
Okay.
don't believe. Our concern is that if the statement has to be specific, that if you were to allow this and permit this subdivision of this property, it would need to be specific in that that statement would state that it would not be a buildable lot, having not been approved as a buildable lot as per Johnston County Environmental Health Standards or by some other approved entity or means.
I have a
So
question.
soil science can now, soil science, and you can do that through a soil science now and even engineered option permit. So and those are independent of Johnston County.
If this wasn't subdivided, could the existing property owner spend the money to put a septic system on there and use this as a home site as is? So,
Absolutely,
okay.
yes,
But it would be 30-something acres.
that's correct.
Can you show me exactly on this where the 1.9 acres?
Right there where the one is.
Yeah? Okay, but isn't there already structures there?
I think those,
I mean,
I
it
think
appears
they're
to be
just
dirt.
I think they're
It's just
pad,
It's just cleared.
cleared, yeah, cleared pad.
Seriously?
Hang on. Hang on. For the purpose of the minutes, we're going to need you in the microphone, please.
I don't think, from what the property owner has told me, that if to get this split out as a lot by itself, if you guys put some sort of a requirement on there that it could never have a house residential, I don't know that that would be an issue with him. And if you wanted to do residential, restrict the residential from there. And here, with the question to the attorney, you're right, and it's a fine line of what you can do, what you can't do, because we are allowed to build in agriculture, but this soil is just bad, and like I said, it was cleared some time ago in an effort to get it to where it could possibly be a lot, but it's just not feasible. Health Department has looked at it in the last few months again, in this state right here, and they said there's just nothing there. In fact, if you look back in the trees back there, you see some substantial wet areas, those fingerlets, creek-looking areas there. It just stays wet. It's just nasty soil back there. And it just was a finger of trees at one time that went out to Hickory Crossroads Road, and at some point in time it got cleared in an effort to clean it up some, and they cleaned it up. It just still has no septic soils on it.
I do have a question for him.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you saying, though, that they're requesting us to carve out 1.9 acres, and they're hoping a 1.9 acre tract will be used by someone possibly for livestock?
I don't know from the livestock. Like I said, they told me that the person that, yes, somebody's interested in 1.9 acres. They said they wanted to use it to possibly fence it in, maybe put something over there, or put a barn or shed of some sort. So I'm not sure what the purpose is. They just told me that was what they were talking about. But yes, somebody is. I can tell you, people are looking land. I myself am looking at a piece of land that all I want to do is have a place where I can set up a shooting range and go shoot. I don't care how bad it is. I'm just looking at a place where I can be away from somebody and shoot, because my farm over at Corinth Holders has got houses all over it. So I can't shoot over there anymore. So people are looking at land like this, and this is one of the situations you run into. There's times where you have to have something like this brought before the board as a major subdivision versus being a minor.
Any other
Thank
questions
you.
of the gentleman?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I make a motion to deny.
I'll second.
We have a motion for denial by Ms. Holmes, a second by Ms. Howard. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Aye. Subdivision is denied. We'll move to Peacock Tract.
Okay, Peacock Tract, owner and developer is Edwin Peacock. Surveyor is on the level surveying. Its address is Mamie Road and Bear Road. It's located at the southeast corner of the intersection of Bear and Mamie in the Meadow Township, served by Meadow Fire and Benson Rescue. It's 21.09 acres, 5 lots proposed. Johnston County Public Water, individual septic. This portion of these two roads do not appear on the transportation plan as needing improvement. At minimum, lots 2, 3, and 4 should share a driveway, and lot 5 and 6 should share a driveway. It also has, as the previous, it has direct driveway access onto Bear Road and Mamie Road, and the same with the, there is no dedicated right-of-way meeting the requirements of the land design manual on this property either. So a waiver would be allowed if the planning board sees that there is a hardship proved by the applicant.
Any other questions of staff? Thank you, sir. Who'd like to be heard on behalf of Peacock Tract? Yes, sir. If you don't mind, give us your name and address, please.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Edwin Peacock. I'm the owner of the property there. Honestly, originally for the last year, I've tried to settle it as one whole piece as a farm, and I've not had any luck at doing so. And more so in the best interest of my family, and also in trying to be a good steward with, because I'm from the community, I'm born and raised there, and trying to be a good steward for the land itself and the neighbors around it that I'm very fond of. Trying to seek permission to subdivide this into reasonable size lots, and not trying to avoid cookie cutter situations. What are some reasonable size lots for dwelling per lot? And I'm just kind of, asking if possible, just if it could be approved.
So I'm sure you've noted the staff's recommendation for denial due to the direct driveway access. Can you tell us a little bit about why this can't be designed with an internal roadway network per the county statute?
Well, I have no problem with doing a shared driveway for any of the lots.
Okay. But can it not be designed with an internal roadway network is my question.
Well, there's road,
That's fine.
excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Just give us your name and address.
James speak on the level lands bill.
Yes, sir.
The only reason we're not doing it with the internal roadway network is because we're right there at the intersection. It would cause a safety concern on either road.
Okay.
Now, as far as there's existing driveways on both Bear and Mamie for both of those, and as far as shared driveways, we're good with doing shared drives.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, gentlemen?
How would you propose to do the shared drives?
Top two, one off of Bear and Mamie. I mean, one off of Bear Road, shared between the two lots facing Bear. And then there's already one in. Can you pull the aerial back up?
Like
You can
two,
see the road, there's already a
3
drop
and
coming
4.
in, which is coming in on the center of the lot. Hold on, and I'll tell you.
It's like 2, 3, and 4.
That should be coming in on the middle of the lot 4. And with that one there, we can come in just inside the right of way and come out each way and do a shared drive right there at the front.
To lots 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, we could share that. That could be a shared drive.
So the existing would share 3 and then one additional on Bear.
Right. Which, like I said, there's already a driveway there. You just don't see it through the aerial photographs.
Gotcha. Any other questions? Thanks, sir.
But do we need the mail kiosk on here or not? Would it need a mail kiosk or not? If we're having a shared driveway.
I would assume not.
I didn't know if
Is that a question?
2, 3, and 4, if 2, 3, and 4 would or not.
One more question for you that can help us answer.
Yes, sir.
Given that we are learning as well as we go through this as it relates to mail kiosks, are they requiring shared kiosks when you've got a shared driveway like that, or are they still allowing single?
I believe they're still allowing singles.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's not something that we would be opposed to.
Okay.
Putting a clustered one just inside on the.
You might have to.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
And just to clarify, the driveway that's into Lot 4 is going to come into Lot 4, and then access to 2 and 3 will be off of that,
Yeah, coming straight off, right up there close
Okay.
by the road.
like a T or
Yeah,
whatever.
pretty much.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
I did not see a voluntary ag district note on the plat.
If we approve, we need to add a condition, right?
For the driveway.
The driveway.
That's written in here. Is that what you were asking? Is a condition for the shared drives written? Yeah, it has to be written in here. Okay.
I mean, I will note that maximum allowable density is 30, and they're only proposing 5. I mean, they're
Yeah.
Right.
we're
No,
not
I
bigger
like the lot
lots.
sizes.
I like
Yeah,
the lot
yeah.
sizes. To me, they would go more
large.
with the,
Surrounding area.
yes,
Yeah, lots are fine.
yeah. But I do not, like I said, I do not see the voluntary ag district note on the map,
I don't see it on there.
so that needs to be added.
Or we can stipulate that, right?
Which
Along with
lot?
the shared.
Which lot, Michelle? It needs to,
There's not a note for the voluntary ag district.
It can just be added on though, right?
yeah. Got it.
Make a motion to approve
Second.
with a stipulation that the shared driveway is put into the requirement and the ag notes added. Ag district note is added.
Second.
I just want to make sure I'm clear on the condition related to the driveways.
For 2,
But
3, and
It's,
4.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it needs to be
It's stated that-
specified. I think it needs to be a T driveway coming into 4, accessing lots 2 and 3, and then a shared driveway between lot 5 and 6.
and that's written above in there. The minimum lots 2, 3, and 4 shall have shared driveway, and lot 5 and 6 should share driveway.
Okay. All right, I have a motion. I have a second. I think I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I think I heard Jared.
Yep.
So a motion to approve with the addition of condition that 2, 3, and 4 have a shared driveway, a single shared driveway, and lots 5 and 6 have a single shared driveway, that the voluntary ag district note be added to the plat. And I have a second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Peacock Tract is approved. We'll move to Lancaster Estates.
Lancaster Estate owner and developer is Jeffrey Todd Lancaster. Surveyor is James Lonnie Peacock. It's at the southwest corner of NC 242 Highway South and Woods Crossroads Road in the Banner Township, served by Meadow Fire District and Benson Rescue Squad. It's 14.56 acres, 8 lots proposed, Johnston County Public Water, individual septic. This portion of NC Highway 242 South appears on the Comprehensive Transportation Plan as an existing major thoroughfare with adequate design capacity. Woods Crossroads Road does not appear as needing improvement. Again, with this this submittal, there's direct driveway access on Woods Crossroads Road and NC Highway 242 South. Also a note about the lots creating 4 or developments creating 4 or more lots must have a dedicated right-of-way meeting the requirements of this section, and a waiver can be allowed if it's a hardship is proven.
Any other questions, as to? Thanks, sir. We'd like to be heard on behalf of Lancaster Estates.
John Speaker with on the level answer being. Again, we're staying well under the density. We're trying to go with big lots in the area. I know the dedicated gonna ask me why the hardship, why didn't we go with a road? Again, we're at 242 and Woods Crossroads Road. I don't know if y'all know anything about the Meta community. It's a very, very busy intersection. And also, if you'll pull it up on the aerial photograph, I can, there it is. You've got McClam Road right there at it. You have Bear Road, again, where it meets 242. Safety is the concern there. We used the easement coming in to share the 3 lots down to 50-foot dedicated easement that'll have a shared driveway and rock drive. As far as the stuff that's going on to, and we got a couple of frontage lots, but most of what we've got is big, nice. It's gonna be real nice residentials. And I know a couple of them look like flags, and they are, but the reason they are is because of the overhead electrical, because back in the day they decided to run an electrical line with a V running out and it killed a good chunk of that land. So instead of trying to do something that would make it bad, we just added it to the lots in the rear to give us another big, nice lots for people to be able to go in and honestly build a house, a shop, horses. Again, we've got water on 242. We're looking at maybe going down with a shared utility to make sure everybody has water, but we can do well and septic there. Again, we got 30,000 is our, R30 is our, we're well under the density. And just trying to do something that's gonna be a good steward and good fit for the community.
All right, help me understand how all these lots are gonna be served. So 1 and 2,
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
appreciate it.
Helicopter.
1, 2 are off of the easement coming off of Woods Crossroads. Think I can figure that
Well, that's
out.
not really an easement. It is, but it's not. It's a shared drive.
Proposed private shared driveway, okay.
I'm showing that one as a shared driveway. We can also do a shared driveway down on the next 2 for Woods Crossroads. That way minimizing the amount of driveways that's there, and also there's already a driveway in that area. So that's how that one's, those 2 will be served there.
Okay.
Lots 8 will be served off of, there's drive access already there beside Max and beside the house, that's the existing lot that's there. And so, but it's 100-foot wide, so in my opinion, it's really, again, not a flag lot. It could be a buildable lot, because we can get the size, we could get it, but to go back with the plans that we were looking at to do with keeping the area a rural area, putting some nice houses in there, we're still fitting this bill. And then the lots coming down off the easement, of course, they'll be all 3 served off that one easement.
What about lot 6? Where's it coming in on?
I'll say it's coming off of 242.
Yeah, it'll be all 3 of those, 6, 7, and 8 will all come off of the 50-foot private easement.
Now, how does that 50-foot
Wait,
private
wait,
easement
wait,
get over
wait,
to
wait,
lot
Thank
wait.
you.
6?
It should be 4, 7, and 8, right?
4,
Oh,
7.
6 has already got a driveway on it.
Oh, okay.
It's there with, beside Max.
Okay,
There's already access there.
okay.
beside, what? Mac?
Max General Merchandise. That's a little grocery store.
Yeah, I don't see that on the map.
It's on the corner.
It's on the corner.
Okay.
There you go. Right there.
Seems simple.
All right, so by my count, you got 2 on Woods Crossroads
And then
and
2.
2 on 242.
Exactly.
All right. Other questions of the gentleman? Thank you, sir, but you might want to stay close. I think everybody's studying.
Right there.
In the meantime, we'll bring it back to
I
staff.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Quick question. Could lots 2, 4, 7, 1, 8, and 6 all be served by an internal connector? Is that a valid question to ask? Just kind of an L shape coming off of Woods Crossroad?
So you've got that, what Jared is saying is we've got the proposed private driveway coming in to feed lots 1 and 2. Can we not just branch it off to the, I guess it would be to the left, and have it serve, 5, 3, and 6, and then extend it back and have it serve the back of 4, 7, and 8 too? So then you have only one driveway coming off of a main road? Or is that getting into big DOT things?
That would end up having to be
Yeah, if you don't mind, just for the minute.
When you go feeding that many off of it, instead of a private drive, it would end up having to be a DOT right of way. And for 8 lots, there's not enough money there. Not trying to be mean, there's not enough money there to be serving, and to put a DOT road there would be a nightmare because of the safety concerns, because of the intersections.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
I mean, I want to echo what we just said in the other subdivision, the larger lots to go make it more flow with the community and surrounding area.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like that aspect of it.
If this isn't done with a shared access, we're essentially diffusing the number of cars that come out at one point and just spreading that across multiple driveways along what's been identified as a major thoroughfare.
So again, lots 1 and 2 would have a shared driveway. 3 and 5 would have a shared driveway. 6 would have its own. And then lots 4, 7, and 8 would have its own shared driveway off of 242. Is that what everybody else has too?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I'm sitting back here talking with Todd. If the shared access is part of the issue, having so many, we can drop back and come off of the shared drive for 1 and 2 and send it across to 5 and 6. That way there's only one access coming off of.
You mean 5 and 3?
Yeah, 5 and 3. Yeah, trust me, I ain't got my glasses. This level 17 killing me.
6, don't you?
I actually do. It's a good sized lot for where it's at.
And it's already got a driveway there.
Yeah.
But if we do it, if we can come across there, like you're talking about with the shared drive, we can limit the access to which Crossroads Road to 1 access point versus 2 access points.
Yeah.
242 is still gonna be the same thing, but that's, one's already existing and we're only creating one.
I say that's just.
I like that better.
I like that better because, like I said, my concern is because you've got the intersection, you've got the store. I mean, that's just going to be a lot of traffic already.
And if we slide it back to where
Right.
1 and 2's at,
And
it's
it's
gonna bring
slide
it
it-
away from the store and everything else. I think
Right.
it'll work
That,
out
like I
better.
said, that was just my concern was 3 and 5 being so close to the intersection and to the store.
Agreed.
All right, so why don't you call that, whoever called it out last time, let's make sure we got it right.
All right, so
You want to do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Motion to approve with, lots 1, 2, 3, and 5 with a shared driveway with access on Woods Crossroads Road. Lot 6 having its own driveway. And then lots 4, 7, and 8 with a shared driveway on 242.
A second.
All right, motion to approve by Ms. Davis, a second by Ms. Holmes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
All right. Lancaster Estates is approved. We'll move to Heron Point.
This is another one that you saw in, this was in sometime in 2022. I put the, what was previously approved in front of you. It was approved for 24 lots, so they're asking for an additional lot. Heron Point, December 2023. Carriage Creek LLC is the owner and developer. Surveyors Adams and Hodge. It's on Cleveland Road, just northwest of Steel Bridge Road in the Cleveland Township, served by McLemore Fire and Wilson's Mills Rescue. 39.09 acres, 25 lots, with this one additional being the only change. Johnston County Public Water, individual septic. This portion of Cleveland School appears on the comprehensive transportation plan as an existing minor thoroughfare with adequate design capacity. This parcel is within the environmentally sensitive area, and a floodplain appears on a small portion of the parcel. Per NCDOT, a left turn is required for the subdivision.
Thank you. Any questions of staff? Thank you, sir. Who'd like to be heard on behalf of Heron Point?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Jamie Guerrero with Adams and Hodge, 314 East Main Street in Clayton. The purpose of tonight is we have already, the infrastructure and roads have already been constructed for those 24 lots. It's ready for recordation. The developer wishes to increase the impervious, maximum impervious area per lot to 6,000 square feet. So we met with public utilities and planning staff to determine the best method to be able to do that. The recommendation was to create lot 25, which would be an additional 9.3 acre lot. And by doing that, we're able to use some of that additional impervious area and allocate it to the 24 lots that have been constructed, bringing them, each lot would have a maximum impervious area of 6,000 square feet versus the, I believe it's 4,875 square feet currently. There be really no change to lot 25. It's that existing parcel is already by right would be able to have a driveway access. We're continuing that. We reached out to NCDOT to confirm that. Received an email. I can enter that into the record if necessary. I brought that with us. The only additional change we would like from the conditions is condition number 7 about the internal accessing all lots via an internal road. Obviously, you can't access lot 25 with the existing road structure there. It'd have to have a driveway off of 1010. But as it is currently, it would be allowed anyway to have a driveway access to serve that lot. And so essentially this is a major subdivision modification for the purpose of stormwater.
Questions, gentlemen? Thanks, sir. Anyone else like to be heard as it relates to Heron Point? All right, bring back staff.
Staff, with preliminary approval subject to the following conditions and requirements that's in the staff report. We're Also not opposed to taking 7 out, however, it would still need to meet the requirements of 500 feet of separation and on the same side of the road, including the entrance to the subdivision.
So would you, instead of taking 7 out, would you prefer just an additional condition indicating that that lot could be served off of Cleveland Road, since that's kind of one of our standard conditions? All right.
I make a motion to approve with the additional condition of allowing Lot 25 to have direct driveway access to Cleveland Road.
Second.
All right, motion to approve by Ms. Holmes, a second by Mr. Sasser, I believe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, hearing point is approved. Next on our item, let's handle the written decisions first, and then we'll take a look at calendars for,
The rezoning, too. Got to take
oh
action
yeah,
on the.
you're right, we do. Thank you for keeping me in line. I think we need a motion to postpone. You want to just do it to the next meeting? Or?
I've emailed him several times and I've not gotten a response as to when that he's going to get me that information. I emailed him on November 29th, December 4th, December 11th, and then again today telling him that it could not go forward without the requested information.
Okay.
We will need to push it, since it's on the agenda, you'll need to actually set a date, so I would suggest you setting it for the January meeting, once we've established that date.
I was gonna say February.
I was going to say February.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you want to do that, that's fine as well, because that date's already established.
Yeah, let's just.
I make a motion to table zoning case 2325 to the February 2024 planning board meeting.
On second.
Motion by Ms. Holmes, second by Ms. Howard. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, it's tabled until February. Let's do written decisions, and then we'll figure out a January date. First on, in my packet is Massengill Pond. I'm just looking for a motion to authorize me to sign the written
I
decision.
make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Howard, second by Ms. Holmes. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I actually think Jared beat me to it.
Yeah. Well, it will now go down forever as you, for all of eternity. All right, next one is Black Creek Farms.
I make a motion to approve the written decision.
On second.
I heard it that time. I heard it that
I have a
time.
motion by
give it
Ms.
to her.
Holmes, a second by Ms. Howard on that one.
Uh-oh.
She beat you to the punch. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Stand up, do a cartwheel
Opposed?
next time. I just want to see you do a cartwheel.
All right, next we got Urbana Tract.
I make a motion to approve as written.
Go, Jared.
I'm done. Second.
A motion by Ms. Tyson, a second by Mr. Crenshaw. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And finally, Portofino Phase 13.
Go ahead. I gotta look at my name first. See if I voted for it first. I make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Howard, second by Ms. Holmes. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. So we need a date for January?
We do. So as you may be aware, Monday, the 15th of January, 2024 is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and obviously that is a local government holiday for us. So the board, that would have been the typical board meeting, middle of the month board meeting for the Board of Commissioners, and they have already established their meeting date for the 16th. We are open to suggestions for rescheduling that meeting, obviously pushing it back and as opposed to forward.
Should we do Wednesday?
That's what I was thinking.
I cannot personally do
Yeah, I can't
Wednesday.
do Wednesday.
What's that?
I can't do Wednesday.
I cannot do Wednesday.
What about Thursday?
Oh, I can.
Could be either day.
I'm good either way.
I may be back in town in time, but maybe not. But if everybody else can make it, it's fine with me. Is Thursday good with y'all?
Thursday be fine with us.
Thursday, 18th.
Unless you want to
Thursday,
push it to the
18th.
following Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
good there.
fine on the 23rd.
I'm fine with the 23rd.
I mean, that gives everybody the opportunity to get back where they're coming from.
I'm fine
From
with that.
there.
23rd, okay?
23rd, good. I'm looking at my
Let's do
business
the
calendar.
23rd.
Let's do 23rd.
Do you need a motion and a vote?
Please.
Make a motion to approve the January 2024 meeting on January the 23rd, which is a Tuesday.
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Holmes, second by Ms. Howard. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Anything else for us, sir?
I just have one last item for you. You will see on your agenda in January it is an amendment, a text amendment to our ordinance with regard to erosion and sedimentation control. Will be a memo attached to that as well. This is being brought to you, we're bringing this to you on behalf of our Public Utilities Department. So there were some statutory standards, some state standards that were changed with regard to erosion and sedimentation control, and these are actually just bringing our ordinance into conformance with that. So this body will have to review that and act on that. There is no public hearing since it is text amendment with this body. However, you will have to make a recommendation on that, which will be forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners. The Board of Commissioners will be taking this matter under advisement at public hearing in March. So just wanted to let you know that's coming forward. And we'll drop that to the P cloud for you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right. That's all I have for you.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn at 6:52 PM.
Second.
All right,
We're
got a
all
motion
looking
and a
at each
second. I
other
think we're good. Thank y'all.
I couldn't get the clock to come up on my phone.
I was just waiting for Jared.
I was waiting, yeah.
No, we were going to let you do it.
Thank you.
Everybody have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Too.
You too.
January.
Same. Where are you guys? So you're